Caitlin Straight here of CaitlinStraight.com, and I just wanted to do a really quick video because I haven't updated my blog in a while, and I've been seeing a trend going on that's been kind of bothering me about marketing on Facebook. And that trend, it's not really a trend, it's more of a topic, a hot topic, is people saying that your ideal client doesn't matter, right? Like, throw it out the window, focus on making money, help everyone, you don't have to stay within the perimeters of your ideal client to a T. And I absolutely agree with that. I do think everyone should have an ideal client, because I think when you put together certain things for your business, whether that's your branding or writing blog posts or how you do certain things in your business, if you have an ideal client in mind, you'll have an idea of what they are drawn to and what they enjoy. Finding your ideal client and marketing to them is a different topic. I don't necessarily, I feel like I harp a lot on ideal clients. I'm like, you need to find your ideal client, you need to market to them, you need to know who they are inside and out, you need to, do everything to find them and to market to them, and you only need to work with your ideal clients, right? I don't mean that necessarily. I'm not saying that's what I've done personally, and every time recently I did this. Every time I reach outside of my ideal client avatar and I try to work with someone that's not my ideal client, I try to work with someone that, I think, I can help them. I can help so many people. I can help you with Facebook. I can help you do this. I can help you do that. I can help you create a website. That's not something that I do. I know how to use Twitter. I can help you market on Twitter. That's not something that I do. Just because I know how to do it and I feel bad and I see people that actually need help and I'm like, I can help you. That's reaching outside of my zone of genius and my ideal client avatar. That's not necessarily people that I work with. And every single time I go to try to work with someone that is outside of this, that's outside of who I normally work with, that's outside of people that I know that I'm comfortable with, that I really want to work with, I get burned. I end up with clients that I don't want to work with, that don't pay me on time, that I just want them to go away politely. Every single time that I'm not in my ideal client avatar, which changes, it's not the same set in stone thing of people that I was working with a year ago. It changes. You're not ever stuck. But every time I do, it's like I end up with people that I don't want to work with and these clients that are a headache. And maybe that's not necessarily true for everyone, but that's just what I consistently have found for myself. When I reach out of my comfort zone and do something that my ideal clients I know that don't want, but I'm just trying to test something, it gets burned. When I try to sell something, a product, a package, a coaching service, whatever it is, to people that are not my ideal client, I get negative feedback. I get, you're too expensive. I get, all this stuff thrown at me that I'm like, that's not good. So, yes, it's always good to work with people that are not your ideal client so you can figure out who your ideal client is. I feel like there is too much emphasis put on your ideal client, okay? If you figuring out who your ideal client is and that is, and only wanting to work with that specific group of people, and that is limiting to your business, you're not making money, you're not, selling stuff, you're not letting people, if it's inhibiting you, it's inhibiting you marketing your business, it's inhibiting you finding customers, it's inhibiting you making money, then drop it. You need to figure out, the only way to figure out who your ideal client is by working with people that are not your ideal client, and you can say, okay, I don't want to work with this type of person. Or you say, okay, I want to work with A, B, and C, and you work with those people, and you say, okay, I was, off base here. My rant is, you got to find some middle ground. Maybe don't be so strict on your ideal client that you're losing sales, you're losing money, you're not finding your ideal client because you're expecting people to be perfect. And stuff happens, but also kind of focus on that so you don't end up with loser clients. You don't end up with people that take advantage of you. You don't end up with people that don't pay on time, that are a pain to work with. You also get what you give. If you're a pain in the ass to work with, if you don't pay your bills on time, if you don't show up, if you have problems making money, if you're not visible and consistent in your business, you're going to attract people that are like that. You're going to get what you give. So maybe that's the main point here. I don't know. I felt the need to kind of just talk about this ideal client avatar thing going on. Yeah. So find your ideal client. Be somewhat flexible with it, but don't let people walk all over you. Don't let people ask for discounts. Don't feel bad for people. Stay in your zone. Do what you do best. Figure that out and find people that are willing to accept that and embrace it and pay what you're worth. That's what it's all about.